Bohemian Grove ja nämä salaiset verkostot. Tämmönen osui silmiin. Katsotaan yksi hyvä video. Nyt tulee tämmöistä, mitä sanotaan. Tietenkin, että se on disinformaatiota, mutta kun ne tutkii, niin nämä on moni asia totta. Päätä itse.
Y'all ever hear of Bohemian Grove, the secretive organization of people that control the world? Yeah, that exists, folks, and a lot of its members are powerful world leaders and titans of, well, a lot of industries. This place tends to primarily exist as a place where the rich and powerful go to misbehave. Because Bohemian Grove is a restricted 2,700-acre campground at 2601 Bohemian Avenue in Monte Rio, California, in the States, belonging to a private San Francisco-based gentlemen's club known as the Bohemian Club. In mid-July of each year, Bohemian Grove hosts a more than 2-week encampment of some of the most prominent men in the world. Now, the club's all-male membership includes artists, musicians, prominent business leaders, government officials, former U.S. presidents, senior media executives, people of power. The club motto is "Waving spiders come not here," which implies that outside concerns and business deals are to be left outside, although a discussion of business often occurs between pairs of members. Very important political and business deals have been developed at the Grove, notably a Manhattan Project planning meeting that took place there in September of 1942, subsequently leading to the atomic explosive device. Those attending that meeting? Oh, let's see. Ernest Lawrence, J. Robert Oppenheimer, the S1 Executive Committee heads, presidents of Harvard, Yale, Princeton, representatives of Standard Oil and General Electric, and a lot of military officials. Now, at the time, Oppenheimer was not an S1 member, but they hosted the meeting. Grove members take a lot of pride in that event. They tell that story pretty often. The Freemasons loom large in American history. After all, 13 of the 39 men who signed the U.S. Constitution were Masons. Founding fathers like George Washington, James Monroe, Benjamin Franklin, John Hancock, and Paul Revere all counted themselves as members of the Fraternal Order. Freemasons do exist today, and their public image has been greatly influenced by high-profile charity work of the Shriners, which is a subset known as the ancient Arabic order nobles of the Mystic Shrine. They were founded by the Freemasons in 1870 at New York City's Knickerbocker College and continue their volunteer work to today. The Order of Skull and Bones is a secret society founded at Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, back in 1832. Founder William Huntington Russell was inspired by an occult society he visited in Germany. His co-founder was one Alphonso Taft, future Secretary of War under President Grant and father of President William Howard Taft, who would also be a member of Skull and Bones. The prominent list of bonesmen include several presidents and a lot of modern-day power brokers. So, nobody to be trifled with. Here's a cult I know you've seen posters for, Shen Yun. Technically, it's a show put on by a religious group that is a cult called the Falun Gong. Now, this was founded by a man named Li Hongzhi, who registered the group with the Chinese government back in 1992. So in 1989, after the whole square protests, the Chinese Communist Party established a registry of social organizations. For political reasons, Li has been open about his beliefs that evolution is fraudulent, that people of different races will be separated in heaven, and that sexuality and promiscuity are unnatural. He's told news outlets that aliens are attempting to control humans by making us dependent on modern science. A San Francisco man named Samuel Luo has claimed that his mother and stepfather refused essential medical treatment because of these teachings, because apparently sickness is based in karma. Also, it was claimed that folks believed that it was God's plan to eliminate the gay population. So Shen Yun was kicked out of China. They have some very interesting sentiments, to say the least. Essentially, they're a church that's putting all of their money into a dance show with heavy anti-communism and anti-Chinese sentiments. They don't hide that they are heavily critical of governments, and in between depictions of ancient dances or stories told through dance, there are skits depicting organ harvesting, kidnapping, suppression of religious liberty by plainclothes secret police. Now, there's one memo from the Embassy of the People's Republic of China that has quite the opinion on the performances, saying this organization preaches really anti-humanity and anti-science beliefs, and they exercise extreme mental manipulation on followers. They're a cult that seriously harms the society and violates human rights, and they went so far as to calling them a cancer in the body of the modern civilized society. At least according to one attendee over the last few years. So during the show, what happens is this amazing singer comes on for a solo performance, lyrics are translated and written on screen, and these lyrics include things like atheism and evolution are lethal ideas, and modern trends destroy what makes us humans. And this wasn't just like a one-off, folks. It's a recurring theme. There's just So much we could talk about for so long. It was just how awful this thing is. The Illuminati was founded by Professor Adam Weishaupt in Bavaria on May 1st of 1776. Now, Adam, chafing at the power of the conservative Catholic Church and the Bavarian monarchy, sought to cast aside organized religion in favor of a new form of illumination through reason. Inspired by the spread of enlightenment across Europe, he also drew upon ideas that were expressed by a lot of folks, including the mysteries of the seven sages of Memphis, the Kabbalah, and the Freemasons. He recruited heavily from the latter group, infiltrating Masonic lodges in his quest to recruit some of the wealthiest and most influential men in Europe. The organization flourished before being stamped out by Karl Theodor of Bavaria, who issued a whole thing making membership in the Illuminati punishable by death in 1787. But the death of the Bavarian Illuminati did not quell gossip about their clandestine activities, and a lot of conspiracy theorists have linked the group to everything. We're talking the French Revolution, JFK, you name it, they've been linked to it. During the turbulent 18th century in China, the Tiandui, or the Society of the Heaven and Earth, formed as a spiritual cult led by charismatic leaders, eventually forced underground by the Qing dynasty, becoming a ferocious resistance movement against the Manchu rulers. They resorted to armed robbery to maintain financial stability, and they inspired a lot of other societies.
Eli siinäpä oli pläjäys. Erilaisia järjestöjen nimiä vapaamuurareista Skulls and Bones kiinalaisiin vastineisiin ja jopa se Illuminati-sana, se niin kuin siellä vilahti. No siis mä halusin tän nyt tähän vaan väliin, koska tää oli niin hyvä yhteenveto, että kuinka paljon tämmöisiä eri tavallaan verkostoja on. Se on tietysti sitten eri asia, että mitkä niistä toimii enemmän aktiivisesti demokratian varjoissa tai demokratiaa vastaan. Ja meidän vallankäyttöhän on semmoista, että meidän vallanpitäjien takana tietysti on pankit, finanssi, koko tämä rahoitussysteemi, kun valtiot on velkaa nykyään. Ja se on ihan tietoista politiikkaa, millä sitten nämä maailman varakkaimmat ihmiset saavat valtiot ja hallitsijatkin tavallaan taskuunsa ja polvilleen. Ja sitten se heijastuu niin, että demokraattinen päätöksenteko vaikeutuu, jopa kokonaan tulee mahdottomaksi. Ja tämä niinku yrittää siis highlightata sitä, että kautta aikojen niin esimerkiksi USA-presidentit on kuulunut Skulls and Boneseihin suurin osa. Ja meillä Suomessa ihan vastaava juttu, että meidän päättäjät, ne ei nouse sinne ilman, että ne kuuluu maailman talousfoorumiin, ilman, että niitä on hyväksytty jossain tuolla Trilateral Commission tasolla. Ja sitten vielä pitäisi olla mahdollisesti jonkun lodgin jäsen ja puolue. Ja korruptio tietyllä lailla hyväksyy, että se pääset riittävän pitkälle. Mutta oli nyt tämmöinen kansainvälinen pläjäys. Siinä oli vähän varmaan osa semmoista pikkasen menee ylihilseen, mulla myös. Mutta se oli niin hyvä yhteenveto, että halusin sen tähän laittaa. Kitteet, katot, jaetaan näitä rohkeasti, ollaan avoimia ja vältetään semmoista tunkkasta close-minded, että ei ole sananvapautta, ei saa miettiä näitä oikeita syitä, että miksi meidän demokratiassa vaalienkin jälkeen aina lupaukset haihtuu savuna ilmaan ja sitten nämä tyypit tekee korruptiivisesti rakenteellisissa ihan virallisissa verkostoissa, että sitten näissä epävirallisissa, mun mielestä nämä mafia-salaseuraverkostoissa on pahaa kansalaisille. Ja verovaroilla, kun tämmöistä tehdään, niin silloin se on isänmaata ja demokratiaa vastoin. Mutta hei, tsekataan näitä, ollaan rohkeat, jaetaan tätäkin ja kommentoi erityisesti, mitä sä olit mieltä, mistä tykkäsit tässä, mikä oli taas ehkä vähän mielikuvituksen puolella mahdotonta. Kiitti, että katoit, moro!